Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Helial in this incarnation, and today I wanted to leave a reflection linked with the causes of the ego when it's disconnected and the causes of the higher self. Because every time that the ego is operating disconnected from the soul, the energy of the ego, it's always destructive, it's always of rejection, separation, and all of these kind of things. And when we are talking about the energy of the higher self, when the ego can be at service and we can operate from our higher self, this energy is always unifying. This energy is coming from love and acceptance. It's always about integration, not rejection. And an example of this in an individual level could be when we are in this spiritual awakening that many people talks about. I always say that from my perspective, we are always awakening. This is about an eternal awakening to receiving more light and changing our perception. But many times in the first instances of the spiritual awakening, we could see other people as the sleep ones, with quotation marks, the non-spiritual people, like people that is wrong, for example. So that perception of separation between us, the spiritual people, and the non-spiritual people is an operation from the ego. Every time there is rejection, or that I don't want something, that I want something to disappear, it is my ego operating. And let's see this in a collective level, because every time, for example, that a dictator operated in our world, they always were against a group of people. Every time that we are having a war, there are some against others. So ego is always against something. So every time that we are focusing on something that we don't want, just try to do it or don't try it in your own life. When you focus on something that you don't want, you will see that that is going to be increased. You're going to receive more and more of that. So every time that we are complaining about, politicians, wars, or every distortion of this planet, we are not doing anything but to increase it. And with this, of course, I am not saying we have to be in favor of any distortion of the system. On the contrary, we are here to change it. But if you pay attention to the people that brought solutions to this world, they always were creators. There are people that design light, that create things in order to change and to modify or to impact in this world. So I think it's very important right now to focus on creation, on being creative. It's not something possible to destroy wars. So, for example, I myself decided to involve in this spiritual path and to share what I am learning, because I am convinced, I really do think that the expansion of consciousness is the main solution for everything, that education and to know how to operate in this material world connected to our soul, that means that we are connecting to love, which is a frequency, and that we are going to be in collaboration with others. There's no affinity of form in a world with people that could act from this place with wars and hunger, for example. So an example of this could be that all of those organizations that are trying to help people by taking food to poor places, but this has been happening for centuries and there's no solution in there. I'm not saying that that is not useful, because we really cannot expand our consciousness if we don't have covered the basic needs. But I think we all have different missions, and it's very important to align internally ourselves with our own soul, and to align ourselves to our own mission. It doesn't matter if you are a scientist, a musician, a writer, or a communicator. What matters is that you align yourself to your mission and you can focus your entire energy in creation, so we can be part of the solutions and not keeping participating of the problems. So okay, I wanted to leave this reflection today. Thank you, everyone, and see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.